Good morning, tubers, and welcome to yet another instructional video from Dr. Jet, where you get to watch my work-hardened hands gently caress inanimate objects. And you'll see me drinking some coffee, too. My special rocket fuel coffee. Today I want to talk about motors for the 12-inch challenge. It's got to be a 2030 motor. Well, look, you got a whole bunch of choices. And one thing I notice right off the bat between all these choices is no two of them have the same mounting. This is the 2500 RPM per volt motor from Surmark. This might be a good candidate in that I think it'll turn a reasonably sized prop. This is a tiny motor and it's going to have a tough time turning a prop. But lower kV also means higher KT, which is the torque constant, as opposed to the RPM per volt constant. So this should have a higher torque constant than the other motors and maybe more able to spin a reasonably sized prop. I'm looking at something in the 25, 26, 27 millimeter range for these little motors. Although I could go smaller, but finding smaller props is going to be hard. I know the Kyosho Mini Z, the little Kyosho Formula One racer, I believe used a motor on the order of this size. And I actually have one of the propellers. They're horribly expensive little plastic props, and they're probably in the 20 millimeter range. So that is a possibility depending on the kV. So this is the Surmark motor. Take a look at this. The boss for the bearing also contains the mounting screws. So when you mount this, there's actually a little gaposis in there. And I kind of want to leave these holes open just for a little airflow. Now this is cool. It does have this cooling ring. And check this out. Now I took the label off the motor so I could get metal to metal contact. But with this 2500 RPM per volt motor, you do get this nice little air cooling ring. So this is a bonus on this motor, but this air cooling ring would fit any motor except for this one. Now this one was the one I was originally thinking of using. I had it in the jet stepper, and it was just horribly overpowered. This I got from Hobby King, but they no longer sell this motor. This one is 3060 RPM per volt. So this might be a good choice. This is the commonly available Surpass 2030. Again, it's kind of a high kV, but who knows? It might be able to turn a regular prop. We'll have to see. Oh, look. Remember I said I was doing some laser cutting for my 12-inch challenge? Well, here's one of the laser cuttings. I laser cut a motor mount for this. Unfortunately, I didn't have this in hand when I made the drawings for the laser guy, so I don't have a mount for this or any of these others. I might have a mount for this one. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Some of my thinking, and I don't want to go too far, involves being able to change motors easily, but if each one has a different mount, I'm sort of challenged to figure out a way to do that. And I think I've got a workaround for that. And we'll talk about that in the future. So, in order to keep the 2030 challenge going, Look at this. You've got 2,500. You've got 3,000. This little guy is, God, what is he? I wrote it on here with a felt pen and I can't read it. I think this guy's 3,100 and this guy's 4,600. You can get them in even higher KV ratings. You can get these things up to close to 8,000 RPM per volt. So there you go. Some thinking on the power systems for the 12-inch challenge. It's going to be hard to keep these things on the water with some of these motors. So we'll just have to see. Until the next time, jet out.